Right, we're back again. Last time we did the compression ciphers, it took quite a bit of time. And then I basically called it there, so we're back again, carrying on from where we were. Maybe doing all 7 of these is a bad idea to do first. I didn't know if I should do 5 or 7 for the Soulsong here. I'm still actually debating it now. If we do 5 here, we're going to do 5 here, but then Soulsong wouldn't have as many stages. Right, take these 2 off virtually. So we have 5 and 5. Okay, so first we need to do Soulsong. So you can see this starting thing is the opposite of what we would normally get from the screen, because we're getting letters here instead of numbers. I-O-E-H-X-E, yep. And it's read upside down, of course. Within first string, every stage generates a 16 number. The module first string using 4 binary representations of that number. It takes the binary representation of those 6 numbers, then splits them into sets of 3. So we have the Tasque thing again, but we have an extra thing here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because during the process you might end up with 3 1s, which turns into 3 zeros. So yeah, that's why we need the zeros basically. So I is 7, 7, 7, 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 3, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we need to invert this. Oh, that's a lot of zeros next to each other. Yeah, and then split into groups of 4. That'll be 0, 0, 1, 5, 3, 2. So that's our first string. Okay, so now we're going to go to extend button order. Remember quickly, we need to note down the order we have them here. 0, 7, 3, 4, 8, 1, 6, 5, 2, 9. And then you need the current combination step 2. Take the sum of the serial number digits squared. So that's 4 plus 9 squared. So the serial number digits squared, yeah. Times the last digit of the serial number. So the sum of the serial number digits squared multiplied by the last digit of the serial number. That. long as you know it is squared, otherwise the last digit is zero number. And then so the zero number digits times the last digit is zero number. Yeah, I think so. So input these positions into keyboard, total being 0 and going in order. So hopefully, okay. Then we take these. So 283, 154, 79. There's no change. We should bring some of the button instead of one select the button now. To delete a single digit. Shift or 10 digit sequence. Right X type X the number of table use the position reading. With X is the number from the table, you position the label 0 in reading order on the module currently. That's the second. So we're going to be shifting it right 4. The first we're going to do summing. 3 and 6 is 6, 7 and 0 is 7, 2 and 3 is 5. That's going to be 12, so 2. That's going to be 1, so that's going to be 11. 2, 1, 9, 9, 8, 5, 12, 11, 2, 11, 9, 9, 8. Then right by 4. Say that one more time. 6, 7, 5, 12, 11, 11, yeah. 2, 11, 9, 9, 8. Shift to the right X times. The X is 4. Okay. Then next we'll be looking at not Kanji. Each organ is in the corresponds to a letter to be used following the table. There's a from the letters grayed out Hiragana will not show in the module. So we have B, L, L, yeah. What's the, I don't know why that's appearing. L, R, C, C, Z. It just seems like a random link that it puts between the letter L or something. Does it do that with other letters? No, it's just apparently linked to L for some reason. Okay. Okay. It's sort of get sidetracked, but that kind of took me confused me. Okay, so we've got this now. So that's going to be I is 7, 3, 7, 1, 4, 6, 6, 7. That, then we split it up. One thing I do know about this is you can tell if you've done something wrong. 1, 0. If you get like something that doesn't translate into one-digit number, I think. So 1, 0, 6, 6, 4, 8. Okay, add this. Green cubes. You create two 3 by 3 by 3 matrices. You'll listen to them cube A and cube B. Okay, this seems like it's being slightly awkward. Cube A, if the sum of the digits in the number is odd. Yes. It's going to be on the top left button. So we can tell you on the top left button. Cube B, the sum of the values of all the letters in the number is even. That'll be even, even, odd, odd. Okay, so that's odd, I think. To check that, that would be 8 plus 12 plus 5 plus 24. That's odd. That's also odd. Yeah. So this is even. So it's not even, otherwise you're going to do the bottom right. Find the English translation of the kanji using the table on the next page. That'll be the keyword for each of these. So top left gives us morning. And bottom right gives us dragon. Remove spaces and duplicates from the keyword. Then to determine appended by hash, will remove any as including the keyword. So P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z, and hashtag. So this one we need to take MLINIG. This one we need to take out dragon. DRAGON. Each cube, if the kanji horizontally adjacent of the used kanji has more than 7 strokes. So this one is 1, 2, 6 strokes. The third one with the strokes now. There's no strokes to read in the top basically in the table. That's slightly more helpful. So if I took, where is this one? This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would count it 5 anyway. That's 5. So we needed 1, 7, the prepend for that one. And B, yeah, this one, so we're looking at the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, okay, and that's 8. That is greater than 7. So, at the end. First layer of the cube repeats the first 9 letters, the 2 by 3 grid in reading order. Then it take the next 9 and the third is the last 9. So the critical reading using the critical work of step 1 and cube A and B. Areas in this grid can be found cube B using the following conditions. So this so like this. First and fourth, as you can see down here, shares the same row as the first letter of the cube. It's because the second letter of the word is the same letter as the layer number as the third letter of the encrypted word. So it's in the same row as B, so top row, top row first column, so the top left, and then the same layer as the third letter. So this one, so top left, this is Y, and then for the last ones, that's going to be top right in the same one Z's in is hash. So, no, is it these in cube B? Okay, that would make more sense. Given that B wasn't mentioned further. So we would have, that was the top left in this one, S, and then there was CC, Z, so top right in the bottom, U. That looked like it could be that one. Let's see. This looks good, right? So then we need layer number as the first letter. So this one, row as the second, top row, and same column as the third, last row. Top row, top right, or top grid, top right. Yep. This one should be end up giving us R. This one, same layer number as this. It's the same layer number as this. In the row number of C, which is top, and the column of Z, middle, which is top, middle, and top. It's R. Yep. And then this should be giving us middle, basically. Column is same column number as the first letter. So middle column. Layer is the second. This one. It's the second layer. And then row number of R. Yeah, middle. Okay. And this should give us top, right top. Layer numbers, this one, and then, yeah. Sakura. Find the order and the buttons pressing the buttons and I'm in one reading order. Okay. Now it's shape cipher. Cool. Shape cipher. Of course, we'll have next stage of Soulsong come in during that. So KIB DTV. Keyword 1 timed. Creative place you have behind the keyword. The issue with behind means this side. Yeah, that's what it says here. The number on the top screen, page 2. Okay, position high. We're in that position, shift to left that many times. The first letter, wherever necessary. Okay, so 9 would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 0 index, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. So 3 left, is it? 3 left from K. 1, 2, 3. G. Okay, 31 to be slightly more awkward. I guess you can do this and then we just highlight anyway, which we have one more of what we need, because this will be height 1. That'd be 5. 5 left from I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is 56. So go up to 57. There's 2. 1, 2. 79. This is 0. Maybe that just means don't change it at all. 98 and 99. So we've changed the previous one. So that's 8 rather. 15, 9. It's getting 1 with just there, so we need more. That was actually 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Then we have 98, then 99 is what we want. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 104. 1. I don't know if I've done that right, but we'll see. Triangle cipher. This step use your 2 different string. You place the alphabet behind the keyword. 3 duplicates. Keyword 2 is going to be top 1 on. Yeah. So mute and then B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, O, P, Q, R, S, V, W, X, Y, Z. Did the first 10 letters and add those to the end. Take the first number, advance the number of that you put to the digit on page 5. So take the first letter, advance the number of times equal to the digit on go to the right, take the letter obtain, repeat it once again. So the letter this 3 string is your first triangle, repeat this process time. Yeah, this unused position until you have 12 triangles. So this is 1. This is just going to be like this. common calculator symbols, page 4 and 5, the rotations you need to take. This is quickly encrypted word. Each rotation corresponds to this triangle on the screen above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just really put this down. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is it saying that these should be in the triangles that we get from each of these? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That makes sense. And clockwise means go to the right. So D 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So double difference X. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which makes me think that this is wrong. So let's go to come back here. 56. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. This is the other way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is that way. X. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For T, these all currently make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. B. We then have B, I, Z, I, E, R. This is basically, if you look at this is basically just It's basically just play fair, but with the rules slightly swapped around. I forgot to read the letters, that would help. The column, the little column. The U. The row. TB. Bureau. We'll quickly do the Soulsong. That'll be 4 0 4 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1. Oh, I got that one. So 6 7 1 6 4 6 1 1. 2 3 1 6 7 6. Obviously, if I get a strike on this, it's probably just going to be because I messed up one of the thingies. One of the binaries. Okay, so we have chair, which is a 1.3 multiplier. So we have all of these pictures. Hopefully, if this is working. It's a really common little divide, but then 5 by 2 we don't, so. Okay, so we have a pie chart. Toilet paper. Pie chart with a bigger area labelled the toilet paper and a small label with a question mark. Yes, there we go. Usually just to check. So why does everyone candies? Because of, if you consider how much toilet paper we are using. What does it all mean? We have a Venn diagram with fishing lure on the left, alarm clock on the right. That's into corner is question mark. I think we do balance. You could just be balancing leisure time and free time. No, that's the same thing. Balancing leisure time and time at work. You kind of not normally good at that game. Because it's based on talking points from Jackbox, so. So in simple terms, sugar isn't in sugar. Yeah, I mean that makes sense for watching all the Kanji. And then we round this down. So most people like to if you figure out total the whole piece like follow the instructions below for players. Done that. Get skeletons, we're going to divide it. So this will be 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Could have 3 of the I's, 4 of the O's, yeah. I don't think I've got at least one of these wrong. I guess I'll find out as soon as I strike. Zero, 4, 8, 3, 8, 8. And hopefully I've done this right. How do I submit? There you go. Oh, 3. Oh, so it's a mistype. Okay. Should we strike there from mistyping it, but I did it right in the end, even if I did mistype it. Alright. Up next we have this stuff. And we're going to combine these. I did 5, so Boolean network, understand, presidential elections. There's a lot of mods currently. Doing stuff in task managing. Task managing being one of my worst tutorials, I think. So, what you can do 6 color buttons with black white edges. Color of the edge of each button versus the value of each at a step 0. So going round the clockwise back from the top, that's 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And then the top one needs A is F, but is full inputs are true, but there's only one that's gone into it. The second one is the opposite of A, only. Third one, okay, that's going to be an interesting one. That's going to be it's green, so it has to be at least one needs to be OR, so B or not A or E. That's going to be true. Then that one is going to be A or B. Because A is referring to all of them. E is going to be A or D. Then F is the opposite of C. So F, not A, B or not A, or E, A or B, A or D, and an opposite of F. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. That seems to be all of them. So the second iteration is going to be so F. A is going to be F, so second iteration 1. B is going to be the opposite of A, so 1. C is going to be true if any of these are true, so yes. D is going to be A or B, yes. E is going to be A or D, no. And F is going to be opposite of C, so yes. Then do that again. We're now on step 1, we get to step 3. So that's step 1. Now with step 2. A is F, so 1. B is also A, so 0. C is if any of these are true, yes. D is A or B, yes. E is A or D, yes. F is also C, so 0. And then S3, move these down a bit for this. A is the same as F, so 0. A becomes what F is, B becomes the opposite of what A is. C becomes is A, not A, no, B, no, E, yes. A or B, yes. A or D, yes. Then opposite of C. So hopefully it's going to be these ones. Okay. So understand that that's all we need to figure out from this iteration of what needs to happen. So immediately we can see it has nothing to do with starting or ending at a triangle. Does it have to start at, is it nothing to do with where it starts or ends, because neither of those shapes are there? Does it need to go through a circle? Seems like it. Okay, so the second rule is goes through a circle. Does it start and end on a shape? No. Must it go through at least one of these? But no more than that, it seems. So maybe it goes through exactly one left triangle. So we've had this fourth one constantly being right. Becomes wrong as soon as we do that. Meaning fourth one I think does not go through a star. So we need to figure out what this first and second rule are. Right, okay. Must it start on must it end on a triangle? Seemingly that's what it's going to be. Ends of a triangle. Any triangle. And we need to figure out what the last one is. Can't start on the diamond, we've walked that already. Basically to try and find a point where. Let's try and follow these ones and see if we can spot anything else. we still need some extra wool here. Okay, so maybe it starts on a quadrilateral. So okay, so we don't have the second wool anymore. But the circle doesn't matter. Hmm. The floating is the only one printing right now. So why is it not working now? So maybe the wool has nothing to do. It has had something to do with that, but it in here. I check some. do log log C. Can be. Oh, it could be. Do we have to go through every circle? Not just. Oh, it could be. Actually, it's a little bit there, but it could be not just go through a circle. You have to go through every circle, which would be even more awkward. That's going to be that one, that one, that one. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go through every circle. So we start on quadrilateral. Go through every circle. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of circles in this one. On the quadrilateral, every circle, new triangle. God, there's a lot of circles. Oh yeah, but this last stage you have to. That's why everything. And it won't tell you if you've done it properly. Okay. Maybe connections. So we do define what devices we're using. The very batteries is 4. And then the batteries times 2 plus 2. Instant runoff is times 2. And the indicators times 2. Reports. Report place times 2. The condition serial number. Control the method is going to be last digit. The second last digit in the serial number. And lock it. Something like that. So first round the grade number moves on. Okay, so the highest position chart moves on. In the second round the lowest number moves on. In the third round modulate the two numbers by 20 and convert them to word form. This time the highest position chart moves on, so using instant run padding. So we're using instant runoff. This is an order list of all candidates. Each character has the way of ordering the candidates in their vote. Try to use the row that's already been used. So 7 reading order party name table. Then alphabetical order by name. 2 reading order color name table. X number of letters in descending letters in name. Scrabble score of the last 3 letters descending. And 9 is the number next to their colour names. Okay. So instant runoff. If it looks at the first listed candidate, I wanted that candidate's score. So the lowest score is eliminated and gets last place. Whereas this candidate used the last one in reading order. This score is reduced to the other candidates, which further contributing their score, and the first non-limited candidate listed on that vote they wanted them. Okay. So if we look at the first candidate, and wanted like in this score, so we do all of this first, I think. So the party table, we have little guy, birthday party, ready to down below party, and give a murder party. So in reading order, that would be that one. And reading order by their name. So that would be Ivan, your mum, Kirumi, and colours. to order by their name. First one will be colours. Reading order in the colour table, colour name table. Maybe there, 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 and there. So magenta one, so this will be this one. Sending letters in their name. So that will be this one. I have an advanced key imagine picture. Scroll score the last three letters. So that would be ICHMOM, OJO, and ORS. That would be 1, 4, plus sweepers plus 4, MOA is 3 plus 1 plus 3, OJO is 1 plus 8 plus 1, ORS is 1 plus 1 plus 1. Going to be shooting the third one. Yeah. And finally, number next to the colour names. When I say colour names, I mean this one. Candidate with the lowest score is eliminated. So I can use the last one in reading order. So 4 is 4 left. So that contributed their score. The first non-eliminated candidate listed on their interest was up to them. So from where I got those from this one. So the next one, and that one, was top right, top left, ICH. So the low score is eliminated, top right. Where did top right get theirs? They got theirs on magenta, so it's reading order here, so that would have gone to there next, but them's not in, so like this. Okay, bring Cipher. So another one of these coloured ciphers now. So GS stats. Good choice of numbers, obviously do the words in this order. So spray, maze, watchdog, jukebox, influx, quivers. Okay. Break it down a bit. Okay, so we simply just place it with the letter below it. Read a good cipher. We need the equity work the one over page 1. So like that. Each encrypted letter replace each asterisk with a line number determines the lines to be filled in. Two, three, one. O A M. So 3, so 1. They would place the asterisks up and down to right. JODAGM. I think that sounds right, yeah. Slide fair. Stuff a key, what he did. The encrypted word into 3-letter pairs. Let the ball alphabet to the end letter 5 keys in the leftmost column. So and the first letter in the alphabet key, find the second letter in the form alphabet. The IX goes to TO, so we move across the same row. The KO, the QN, BA, BA, comes IS. Unifin is it going to be? GM. Go do it in here. And then we have class ranging. So it's in the Y4 diamond tiles. If this goes well, then you can just use this as your alternative tutorial. What you say is it's 4x4 diamond tiles, which you put into smaller 2x2s, like this. All these diamond groups it's associated with, and this is from who selected in reading order. Plus the visual ties is in clockwise order from the top. The last thing you know is even. No. Gives us a correct one as a group first and subtile second. So it's going to be subtile group. There was also a maze into moving warm curve strike. It was a maze to below rotating 90 degrees clockwise if 8 times the message in serial number. So I'm actually open the PDF version of this. So that we can rotate it doing this. Yeah. So 90 degrees clockwise, 3 times the first digit serial number. Clockwise, that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So this is what the maze looks like. And or at least hopefully that's what it looks like. Rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, and then it's ready to do the layer. Or once counterclockwise, yeah. So the coordinates are going to be the most confusing part. So each of these will be something A. And then we have a fill in what these are in a second. Could be groupings. Who's the we're doing here? And there's a clockwise all around the top. So hopefully that's what it looks like. Not me yet. So I'm not going to strike here, but we'll see. TT down there. CC. Okay. Yeah, if my tutorial wasn't good for that, hopefully that was a decent representation of what it's actually done. Okay. So we now got the first Boolean network. Which I saw in the tutorial, I think. The way to simplify it is by making logic statements. So A is true, so this is green, so that's a lot going to out. Oh, I could generate a different one for that. And there's a lot, it's constantly having a lot going to the top. Jesus. But that one's better because the value is 1 evolved, so it's a 1. So A is 1 if not F and E and not D. That's it. B is not A and not C. C is at least one thing with the true, so it could be A or E. D is not B and not C. Getting a lot of reds is actually helpful here. E is going to be just F, and then F is decided 1/2, but there's only one going into it, so it's just going to be the opposite value of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I've got all of them now. In the final state, we got involved not C. However, it said to have the representations of the knots as well. So that's going to be just these two flipped. A or E, the not version of that would be, so A or E is going to be, it's just going to be neither of them, so not A and not B, not E. Not A and not C means A or C. And then this is going to be F or not E or D. And we need the final state of C and not D, not C, not D, and F. The other ones are unknown. Then replacing these with alternative representations, you then get, we haven't changed this one yet. That, and that, and that, we've done that, we've done that. We haven't done that one though. This one's going to be velocity. Yes. So this is going to be that and VLC and B. We can reduce this down somewhat. So this one requires B to be true, meaning this is always true. Meaning if we have F is true, it means that D is always true, yeah? So I think I have to narrow this, if we can just take it out or we can either leave the C in. Or do we just split it into two cases where C was there or C wasn't there? I'm feeling like that's what we need to do. We get this. not A and not E will give us not C, and B will give us yeah, but F is not B. We have not C, which is this. We have not D, which is that. We have regular F, which is this. We have not B, means this one has to be C. Oh, I think we have to keep that in. So, not B, this one has to be C then. So we get this. Placing these again, we would have and not F, and A or E, and A or C. So sure, not A is that, not E is that, A or E should be C, yep, and A or C should not be here. Okay, so do we have not F? This one can't be F. We can take out that possibility. And then we have to figure out what we can do here. This might be one we have to split into separate subcategories. But let this be a few as well. So if we say A is true, that means A is true, then that one's fulfilled. So we can just say and A. This one, we set A true in both of these. But then we have if E is true, then that becomes false, so then D would have to be true. But if E is false, then we'd have that. If we say A is false, that would mean that E would have to be true. C would have to be true. Because we know E is true, not E can't be true. So that would have to be this. That E is swap. I guess this one would also have and not A. We have not A. We had to figure out how to do this so they're all independent of each other. I think these are three possibilities we have using this statement. But are they independent is the next question. All of them require not F. If we have D, D doesn't matter what E ends up being. The first one, but then we need opposite ones for this, so these two are definitely going to be independent of each other because they have different E's. But is there anything that differentiates the other one, the top one from the other two? Because if we assumed A was true, the last one isn't needed. I had to quickly check how they split up.
Hello everyone. This is a KTaNE tutorial.
How they split up the ores.
Being true. So we can just get rid of it because it doesn't really restrict anything. And then for this A2, because this not A2 is true, A2 is gonna be false. So for this OR to be true, this must be true. So this just becomes F2 on its own. And we keep going like that. So F2, anything, A2 here. This, not A2, is always gonna be true by default.
And then go for one and second
B
one.
becomes this. Not A2, it's 2. Side. I think 2 and then not A2 and like that. And now we can simplify this a bit. So A2 here. And the same is true for this OR. That needs the not D2. And here the not A2 makes these ORs satisfied by default, so we can just get rid of them. Now, let's continue with the simplifying. Now we
So we can just start that again. So we need an A and then not A and. Each of these. If A is true, get rid of these ones. If A is not true, and then that gives us that these both have to be true. And then in both these cases, Do they have moments where you have to keep an
Or has to have the not A become C1 is here. The not two predict like that. Not means not C.
Because then we would have to split this into D and not D and we have D, this is satisfied. We have D, this is satisfied. Not D, then this has to be there. Not D, this has to be there. So B should be independent now. Because this one is divided in A. These ones different by D's, yeah. So we now have this, and this is entirely. This is the ending state, yeah. That's 3. That's step 3. This is step 2. This is step 1. And now we need to go to step 0 using all of these. So, this, I like I'm going to get a strike here because it's a really brutal one. So, is I can flick back and forwards instead. D, A, and not F. A becomes that. And not F becomes that. Not A. Not F. E and C. Not D. Really not E and not F. Not F. It's just B. We need A and not A. and then E and C. And then we have to simplify all of these down. So, okay, so interestingly, it's because not B, D, not B and not C, but then the last one, not F, because B to be true, they can't be true at the same time. So this is just impossible, I think. This is an impossible final state. Which we knew because we mentioned earlier that not D and F, or it was D, it's something, not D and F, I think that's what it's going to mean. Well, waffling though. This requires not B and B, so not that either. These line up, the F's line up, this is fine. B, this is fine. And then this one has an F and a not F, so that's possible as well. So this is really what now down to just one case. That'll be interesting. Zero, 1, 0, blank, 1, yeah. Meaning for D and F it's going to be 0. E is going to be the amount of possibilities is 4. Same with this. This is going to be half the amount of possibilities. I've probably done this completely wrong, but so this one's ascending order of 5 because you have to count. So E and F, A and C, then B and E. Okay. That's actually quite interesting that that's how I don't get to see this. But yeah, I think it's genuinely that the cases before, if we look at D and F, or D and not F, D and not F don't line up, so we can take out anything that's opposite D's and F's, which is take out those two, but then something else destroyed the last one here, which was E, because E was F, but then because we had an E and we already had the opposites here, so we could actually got rid of that one immediately. So we ended up only having those three to consider. And then since opposite bit DNF would contradict each other, we could then take out these ones, and then we were only left with that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we had this, but then you take out one of them, then the other one using logics of what everything else is, means we could take out two of the others. Been doing this for a little bit. I think people definitely want to see Matham at this point. It would be an interesting one to end on. So why not? Quilting, character slots. I'm going to put Matham on here, but I might have to reset it if needed. Code it. Don't need the time. Yeah, there's one that's based on time, that's why I'm looking down what time I was doing this. Right, so starting quilting. I'm actually going to quickly check this and make sure there's we have like all of this. I think I'm finding something there though. Which one is that? That's going to be this quilt. That one. That. This is the 4-color problem if you're thinking you're recognizing it. Basically, can you color? You can color any quilt basically using only 4 colors with none of the colors touching each other, and that's all we get. So, well, this immediately tells us that one has to be red. And so does this one, because they're both already touching every other colour apart from red. I mean, this part touches everything but green. Then meaning this one is green, red and blue, so it's yellow. Okay. I think it deliberately gives you the bare minimum of what you need. Okay, so this one So we need to first load down. We need to keep track of everything. So we currently have Kazuya, Link, and I don't remember which one that is. It's just Link, right? This is like a specific form of Link. I think this is the regular Link. I can find him. Yeah, it's regular Link. And then not that one. Violet. So each character needs to keep the slot or not according to the things below. If test door is strictly positive, keep the slot, otherwise do not. What it says is you correctly press the crank button. So that you correctly press the crank button on any stage, you capture every slot on it. The crank button was keeping all 3 slots displaying the same character. Okay, so check which other characters have appeared, including other stages. Each character you can like at 1 point, if you appeared and dislike character, subtract 1 point. Look how this instance of this character is our previous stage. This other character is only once. We got the character can count it. So Kazuya, the likes, the min, the compare and Cinema, we didn't have any of those. Dislikes themselves, so we would have to re-roll them to have that happen. Kirby, Valentina, Terry, Richter, we didn't have any of those, so Kazuya is currently on 0. Link likes any other form of Link, apart from the same Link as himself. We don't have any of those. We don't have Zelda, we don't have Hero, we don't have Game Watch. We don't have Gandalf, we don't have Martha, we don't have Mare Knight. And then we have Byleth. Again, we would have to re-roll them in before we can count that. Up here, Richter, Weaver Trainer, Emma, Scannon, Junior, Pac-Man, Simon, no. So currently they're all still on 0. Take the keyword or the corresponding character. For each character in that keyword, you can find the 0 number at 1 point. So Cliff, Hyrule, and Byleth is Sothis, is that what it's been meant to be representing? That's 0. And then you can find the 0 number. So it's based on keywords rather than So for each character in that keyboard, if you can find it, you're about at 1 point. Okay. Modules, each character is linked like and dislike modules. If a module is present, bomb is worth 1 point. If a module is present on the bomb, worth 1 point. If it's sold, it's worth 2. If a module is present on this bomb, 1 point. Module is sold for 2. So it's also be present, so we're just looking for Matham or Quilting for any of these people. So I don't know if actually that's going to be on there. Quilting might, Matham might doubt it, I think. This one's fine. We look at this one, that's fine. Link. We don't have any of them. Kazuya. There he is. Where are you? It's got very distinctive haircut. The people should not be this difficult to see. There it is. And we don't really have those either. About the rest. The false name is true, I do want to get to true, don't do anything if the name is false. So, number 3 is a serial number, yes. There's strike, no. We look for the link we have as well. Exactly 1 battery, no. 0 RCA port, no. There are more than 2 indicators, yes. And less than 3 batteries, yes. So we didn't do anything. Okay. Today's score is extremely positive. Keep the slot, but it did not. Okay. So we now have DDD, and then we combine it. So just gonna double check. Byleth doesn't care about DDD. King DDD. Link doesn't care about King DDD. Does King DDD care about either of these? Either Byleth or Link. King DDD is such a funny name. Where is he? Where are you? Again, he's a very distinctive head. He should really should not be this difficult to say. There he is. And okay, roll with Night Kirby, and we're going back around browser, so it doesn't care about any of these. We check the serial number and Kanji IDs. Let's say bunker. Kanji ID does not care about the module. Quite I've gone for an easy one because I don't think any of these modules currently on here can actually appear. I guess that's what happens when I'm doing the module in order. Then we need Kanji's condition. Struggling to find him again. Who is he in the other table? He was before King K. Rule. Here we go. There's a D battery. No, stationary now. And then these don't refer to anything. Okay. And now Matham. Matham is going to be a bit of a painful one. Mainly because of the shuffling bit. 1 for is modular. Modular operator 6, 4, 6. Modular operator. Different operator. It's a section of the board, so we're going to have to go. There's a lot of the section of the board ones. Might actually use the interactive for this. The colours in order. White, bronze, silver, silver, gold, silver, bronze, silver. And then what they have is this feels. Yeah, this is the stuff I had anyway. Hopefully it doesn't give me the values. These. Yeah, it just gives me letters. Okay. The noises for this. 2, C, 3, E, 9 plus. The letters just refer to C, D, E. They're just the order in here, yeah. Okay. So get the values of C. So the bronze one value is the first numeric digit. The velocity section of the board according to its colour. Its value is the first numeric digit, so 9. That would be yes, there would be no for bronze. So it's going to be the last digit, so 7. Then both these are silver left half, neither of them are in the left half, so it's going to be the last digit as well. And then we've got E, which is this one. So with the orthogonally adjacent constants going on the edge of the board, that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 10, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The last digit equal to 10 is 6. So our function, what we're doing is 14 mod 6 for 6 modulo operator, 6 or 6 modulo operator 7 plus 277 169 plus 14. It moves back around to the start, doesn't it? Last token operator applied to the result of the previous operation, the first number sequence, yeah? So you got modulo, which is the larger of the two, but modulo the smaller. So that's going to be 6 or 6 mod 14. Seven mod 2. So it's just adding them together, right? Yep. Okay. So now that we've done that, this is the scary part I was talking about. We're going to have to note down all of the transformations it does here. I think the way to do this comes with writing it down, I think. I suppose it's more with writing it down rather than typing it. So I'm going to quickly get a notebook out. So I'll put a pen in there. Hopefully this one works. Yep. I trust my writing faster than my typing actually. So hopefully I can get each of these. Okay, hopefully that was column 4 down, 3 and 4 row swap, 1 4 row swap, 1 2 row swap. Then this is the one I don't know if I got B1 C1 rotate counterclockwise. This one could very much be the other way around, and I could have misnoted any of these. But you can see where the scary bit is. So down, then we're swapping. So that's row 3 and 4. Then rows 1 and 4. 1, 2. And then rotate. B1C1 doesn't help, I did all of it. I think it was that. Was it that? I'm trying to remember what it looked like. I generally can't remember which one it looked like. I want to say that. So that's what I'm going for. That's going to be 4 modulo 96 plus 2 CC1 6 2 CC 1 6 EC 1 4 mod plus 4. So we need to get the value to C again. The silver one's left half. Neither of them are left half still. That's still going to be 7. Then the bronze one being an odd row, it's still not. So that's also 7. E is the sum of the orthogonally adjacent ones, orthogonally adjacent constants, which is just 6. So it's probably going to be a strike here. I sigma 4, 0, 0 plus this number, which is just going to be this number. Then we have mod plus. The harmonic measure 2 inputs. Okay, so that's going to be 2 over 1 over that plus 1 over 4. I'm going to trust this more. We went down to 7. Okay. Oh. Let's see. What do we have coming up? Got Cornflower Cipher, which are going to be interesting. One Rule of 3 is going to be an interesting one. I have been doing this for quite a bit now. I started I've been doing this for like 2 and a bit hours. Would be a nice model to leave this off on. How many ones have we got through today? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So kind of want to leave it off an interesting module. So actually I remembered I'm going to do something because I do call my family sometimes, so this takes us perfectly up around to that, so that's probably a nice place to stop it actually. So next time we're going to be looking at money game, surrounding bonds and balance, switch placements, so on. The problematic ones are probably going to be Cornflower Cipher, multi-tracking I haven't done a bit, Rule of 3 might be a bit complicated, Clumsy Lupo is definitely going to be a pain. Gotta go Tasque how to do that. We've got another bunch of not mods which are always variable of how they go. We've got a few interesting mods. We have Untouchable coming up, which is I've heard from people is a bit of an awkward one. Backdoor Hacking, which is a really cool one. Abyss, which is one of my favourite tutorials and modules. Supervisor Black Hole. Final Loop is a difficult one, but Supervisor Black Hole is a good one. Steam Selectors could be a funny one. Then we've got Navy Button. We'll just see what I get to next time. Look forward to doing Bakery though. It took me so long to find out it was based on Cookie Clicker, I think. So Bakery, that's gonna be an interesting one. Burnish is gonna be a weird one. Pleasant Square is gonna be a weird one. Shape Fill, I thankfully know how to do that one. Exploiter is gonna be an interesting one, but I would say the most imminent problem one is either I think Cornflower Cipher will be alright if I understand it. Rule of 3 might be difficult to get my head around, but Clumsy Loop Over is going to be the most scary one. So we'll see what happens. Until then, I'll see you later.